This is the outside of the Swift Lifestyle 644. As I move along, I will firstly come to the vents for the Dometic fridge. Try to make sure that they are not obstructed and that too much water is sprayed at them when washing the motorhome. Next we have the battery locker. So the leisure battery just sits here, and then mains hookup connection just here. We then have the flue for the Truma boiler. If you are heating your hot water on gas, you need to make sure that this flue cover has been removed. It can, however, stay on if you are heating your hot water on mains electricity. As we move round to the rear of the motorhome, we have the reverse camera up the top, and then we have the Fiamma bike rack. To use this, drop the rails down and then adjust the straps to the size of the bike, and then secure the straps through the wheels, and then attach the arms to the framework of the bikes. Freshwater tank fill just here, and as you can see the cap can be locked. Just pop a hose pipe in to fill up the freshwater tank. The grey water tank drain is just here, so anything that goes down the plug holes goes into this holding tank just here. Gas locker. So there is room in here for 2 gas bottles. The regulator just sits here, and then the hose comes off the regulator and screws into the propane bottle and is tightened with a gas spanner. Bottle on and off on the top. Do make sure that the bottle is isolated for travel. Next we have the location of the cassette toilet. So at the top here we have the header tank fill. So to fill up with flush water, unscrew the cap, add your pink solution if you wish, and then top the rest up with water. It will look full because it is a U-bend, so as you're pouring it in, it will force the water round. You can gauge how much water is in the header tank on the gauge just here. And this is the part that you also come to drain the flush water out for winterization. Just pop it out of the clip, pull down on the tube, and then pour away. To remove the cassette itself, just lift up on the green lever and pull towards you. Before use, remove the green cap and add your toilet chemical with a small amount of water, and this is also where it empties from. Just remember to hold the button in here to release the vacuum inside. It's also advisable to keep this seal lubricated. Thetford do their own seal lubricant, but any silicone based lubricant is fine, and by turning this part here gains access inside the cassette for additional cleaning. All of these cassettes now are on wheels with extendable handles. At the top we have the Fiamma roll-out awning. To operate this, take the awning winding handle and hook it in, and then begin to wind the awning out. And as you can now see, I've wound the awning out a short distance. I always do this first and then drop the legs for stability. That way you're not putting too much stress on the side of the motorhome or the awning itself. The legs are clipped in, so just unclip and then slide out and drop down. Then undo at this point here, and then drop the leg to the ground, and then get the awning at the height you require. Once they've done this, lock it into place, and then do the same again with the other leg. And now that the awning is supported, I can continue to wind it out, walking the legs out as I go. As you can now see, once the awning has been fully wound out, it does come out quite far, about 2.5 meters in total. Never use the awning in high winds, as it does run the risk of being flipped over the top of the motorhome. When it comes to putting it away, begin to wind it back in until it gets to the point where we drop the legs when we rolled it out, fold the legs back up, and then continue to roll until it will no longer wind in any further. Diesel fill just here, and the cap unlocks on the ignition key. Tyre pressures just here on the door pillar, and then we have the jack and wheel brace all underneath the passenger seat in its own kit. Up here we have the compressor and foam kit, as this particular model does not come with a spare wheel. Vehicle battery underneath the floor of the cab, and bonnet release just here.